There you go.
It's a he. It's a Kevin. Can cast a spell 2 years ago to scare off the monster so it would not be caught by a visiting Swedish scientist. But since the scientist is no longer a threat, he said, it's now time for Nessie to come and show herself. So the question I have, Rick, if you put a hex on the Loch Ness Monster, not so it wouldn't be found. I mean, it's been a mystery for a long time, not just the last 2 years. So I don't understand what are they saying that this Swedish professor was really going to, was bringing a lot of high-tech equipment and really going to close the door on this thing, or what?
Let me get this straight. I want to be sure I'm on the same page here. We've got first of all, someone claiming to be a witch.
Yes.
A white witch, of course.
Yes.
And this person had put a spell on the Loch Ness Monster so we wouldn't see it, and now the spell's being removed so we can all see it again? Yes. Am I right?
Yes.
But you said it's only been the last 2 years, and they've been seeing Loch Ness since some of those scary old black and white photos?
Well, Rick, it says that sightings of the monster really did not start until the 1930s when they built a road that went around the side of the loch. These days, of course, there are numerous websites, webcams, and various other things, underwater and on top of the water, internet cameras looking for the Loch Ness Monster.
Y'all, the Loch Ness Monster would really have to have a lifespan here unless it produced some offspring. I mean, we've been seeing it since the 30s.
Which means there's two.
Yeah. I don't know what the lifespan of a Loch Ness Monster is. Does anybody have any research on that? Because there's a lot of people thought it was a dinosaur that had made the cut. But now you're going back to the Ice Age, which is quite a survival there. So there has to be some kind of offspring involved, which, as you said, which is true, that have to be two. And now these are the children we continue to see until they were hexed by the witch.
Rick, no proof that the Loch Ness Monster actually exists. It very possibly could be a very creative campaign by the old Loch Ness Chamber of Commerce. Who knows?
Yeah.
Now, I've seen some of the footage. Some of it is a little disturbing, but you can't believe everything you see, as we know.
Well, again, on all these things, and I hate to relive an old Rick and Bubba bit, but, this Bigfoot, Loch Ness, abominable, I mean, you have to believe that we just hadn't quite been able to land one. And we land all kinds of stuff. I mean, we find the most minute species of insect, and we just haven't been able to see one in range, knock it down with a dart or whatever, and bring one in. And you realize we're saying basically we can't find a dinosaur.
Well, Rick, I think when you look at the ocean, how big it is and how deep it is,
sure,
we really know less about the bottom of the ocean than we do the moon.
That is true.
But, you would think that eventually somebody would, hook this thing on something, or it'd get tangled up in something, or, I mean, Bubba, it's not like trying to find, a starfish. I mean, this is a dinosaur. Right. Right.
I mean, it's not, we're able to find parameciums, okay, and document them.
Well, I know back...
Thank y'all. Good night.
Back in the 70s, and you hear about it every now and then that some fishermen will hook a fish they thought was extinct or something.
Yeah.
But that's out in the open sea. Now, I know the Loch Ness is a big lake, but it's still a lake.
It's a dinosaur.
Yeah. A swimming dinosaur.
Right. And all we hear is how big Bigfoot is, but we can't ever see him good enough to bring him in. And I mean... And
to me, even the abominable snowman, which would basically be Bigfoot in the mountains.
Yes.
You could see the great Yeti.
Yeah.
You could...
The Yeti reference!
I mean, you could see on some of these mountaintops how something like that might happen. But
yeah.
I mean,
we've had a guy on the show who had a pretty incredible Bigfoot story. It really is.
Rick, sure.
But I just can't believe we can't bring one in. Well, I mean, Rick, never once in the history of time, okay, has a Bigfoot wandered out into a green field and somebody put him down.
Yeah.
I don't buy that.
Or even more so with all the highways now,
Yeah.
You know, make
exactly. I mean,
you know,
Yeah.
we're
you got to
believing.
watch the highway.
Here's what we believe.
Some of you people jogging are worrying me too. You're getting too
Right.
close.
Let me ask you this, and there's one guy in my neighborhood. How much you gonna jog, by the way? Wow. I mean, you're running every time I see you, and it's various times a day. Do you ever stop? Are you just one continuous run?
Where are you going, man?
But anyway, let me say this. Here's what we're believing with Bigfoot, because this is water, you know. So, like you said, that
There's a hidden.
yeah, even though
element
it's a dinosaur.
Right.
Okay, you think we get a better look at it, but let me or be able to get it in some kind of net or something.
Yeah, it's only as big as like a giant elephant with a giraffe neck on
Right.
it, but we just can't find it.
Can't quite.
But we got fish finders that'll put you on a school of fish, and
Yeah.
you can get them for $40.
Yeah, and
you know,
we've gone down and taken pictures of parts of the ocean where we can't even live.
Right.
But we can't quite find the Loch Ness
yeah,
monster.
we found the Titanic.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And we found fish that are like bizarro.
Sure.
But let me say this: we believe, like you said, the highways alone. Let's take hunting out of it. The highways alone. We believe that every single Bigfoot for the history of time never ever has messed up left, right, left again.
Sure.
That you have to believe in that species. Not only do they do this, they also never get wrong left, right, left again. They cross the road successfully every time.
Well, you know, you got to think about it, Rick. If there are just a herd of them, there's got to be some goodies in there.
Sure.
You know, and
Yes.
because look, humans get hit
There's some
crossing the road.
there's
You know
some
what I mean?
JTs out
So
there,
you
JT
figure
Bigfoot.
eventually one of them would get hit, and we go, whoa, well here it is, what we've been looking for.
And then we hear this. Think about this one. Let me try this on you environmentalists out there that go too far with it. Conservation is one thing. Environmentalists, come on now. We're led to believe what? Man, we're getting rid of all the food. That's why these coyotes are coming in. That's why we got deer in our yards. Bigfoot has plenty of food. He's never had to come into a yard and knock over a trash can.
Well, there's stories on some of them about him rummaging through trash cans.
But you are
leaving hair samples on screen doors.
right. But I mean, so no one has ever successfully brought a Bigfoot in. Never.
See, a lot of folks don't realize that you're upset. There's the crocodile hunter. You want to be known as the legend killer.
Remember that?
Well, you keep in mind too, we have
I've
found
tried. I've never been able
at
to kill
the
any of them.
North Pole, we have found meteorites that they tell us came from Mars, that theoretically have fossils on it of early life on Mars.
Mhm.
But we can't find a big group, thousands
Yeah,
of
not just one.
hairy apes living in the woods.
Right. Now we see bears all the time.
Sure.
Here's the thing.
A deer hunter will find anything. You know, every time somebody goes missing, they go, wait till hunting season.
And they always
Somebody will find it.
They always find it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I will do, and this has been my dream. We talked about it years ago, but it's still my dream, and I've been working on it. No luck. What I would hope is to solve all these. You know, Bubba and I, we're driving up in his 350. We have a giant Bigfoot. We are dragging the Loch Ness monster on the trailer.
Sure.
And we have little gray aliens and the abominable soul man. We go, well, here it is, solved.
All of these mysteries solved.
We got them. You know, one of those little grays with the big eyes. We get one of those too.
Sure.
How about I really want there to kind of be a Loch Ness monster? What does that say about me? I just think it would be really kind of cool
Well, I
to
think that
have one in there.
scientific it'd be great if they could prove it.
But the thought of Bigfoot, I don't want to run into any Bigfoot. Bigfoot kind of scares me.
Roxanne,
Yikes.
he doesn't exist. You're okay.
If there is one out there, and you know he'd smell like a wet dog, you know, I mean, somebody would smell him, wouldn't you think, if there were a big,
That was the
hairy
big-
old
If you
man
could get
out
over
there?
the stink of the coyotes.
Yeah, really. Smell one of those.
Hey guys, Bigfoot doesn't exist. Okay? And little grays are most likely demons from the pits of hell. I haven't figured out Loch Ness yet, but those two theories I've got.
It just very well could be, you know, a rare species of big fish
It could
with
be.
big long necks. A leftover from the dinosaur.
Hey, did you see that picture that went around to us about that catfish the guy pulled out the other day?
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Well, come on.
See, that's a monster. It's living under your pier, and you don't even know it.
I mean, we got catfish that weigh, over...
Big as a Volkswagen,
Yeah,
Rick.
big as a Volkswagen.
Isn't that funny? You go out fishing, you get way out, and the biggest monsters are living right up under your bank.
Oh, yeah.
Right where the kids play.
Well, when I won that fishing tournament, it freaked out a lot of people, lake property. They wouldn't even get in the water anymore. 18 minutes to the time. We'll be back.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.